Welcome back, deep divers. Today, we're heading to Thurso, Scotland.
Ooh, Scotland. Sounds chilly.
Maybe, but the topic's anything but. We're diving into the world of hypnotherapy with a practitioner named Gwen. She runs a practice called Highlands-therapy.
I've always been curious about hypnotherapy. Is it all swinging pocket watches and you are getting sleepy?
I think that's more Hollywood than reality. But we've got a bunch of articles and some info from Gwen's website to help us separate fact from fiction.
Sounds good. What got your eye about Gwen in particular?
Well, first, she specializes in something called Rapid Transformational Therapy. And there's this quote on her website that really stuck with me. You either walk inside your story and own it, or you stand outside your story and hustle for your worthiness.
Wow, that's pretty powerful. And relatable, actually. I think a lot of people struggle with feeling worthy, like they need to constantly prove themselves.
Yeah. That hustling for worthiness really resonated with me.
And that actually ties in perfectly with what Gwen focuses on. She lists things like feelings of inadequacy, difficulty connecting with others, and just like a general sense that happiness is out of reach.
So many people can relate to that. Feeling stuck.
Right. And it's interesting how hypnotherapy aims to tackle those issues, not just talking about them, but addressing them at a deeper level. I'd love to know more about that deeper level stuff.
I see you too. It's a bit mysterious, right? Like, is it mind control?
That's what I'm wondering. Is it like in the movies?
Hopefully not. From what I've read, it's more about creating a state of deep relaxation.
Yeah.
Kind of opening your mind to suggestion and change.
Okay, so less you're getting sleepy, more let's explore what's holding you back.
Yeah, exactly. It's like rewiring those old beliefs that might be keeping you stuck.
Makes sense. You know what else is interesting? Gwen's not just a hypnotherapist. She's also a retired nurse and midwife.
Whoa, really? That's a pretty diverse background.
Yeah. I bet those experiences working with people in such, well, vulnerable situations inform her approach to therapy.
I'm sure they do. It makes you think about how all our experiences shape who we are and how we help others. It's not just about the techniques you learn, but who you are as a person.
That's such a good point. Okay, I'm already intrigued by Gwen. Tell me more about what we're going to uncover about her and her practice.
Well, one thing that stood out is how accessible she makes therapy. She offers sessions through phone, text, video calls, even WhatsApp.
Wow, she's really embracing technology.
Right. I think it's fantastic, makes therapy available to so many more people. But what do you think about this rise of virtual therapy? Any pros and cons to consider?
Well, the pros are pretty clear. Someone in a tiny village can access a therapist on the other side of the world. No more geographical barriers.
Exactly. And think about people with busy schedules or who might feel more comfortable in their own space. It opens up so many options.
For sure. But I guess there's the potential downside of maybe not building as strong a connection with the therapist online. It takes a different kind of presence, you know?
Oh, absolutely. And what about technical glitches? Those could be disruptive during a session.
True. But overall, I think the benefits outweigh the drawbacks, especially as technology improves.
Agreed. It comes down to personal preference, finding what feels right for you. Okay, I'm ready to dive deeper into how hypnotherapy actually works and what happens during a session.
Let's do it. This is getting fascinating. Okay, so we've established hypnotherapy isn't about, like, mind control, but what actually happens during a session? What can someone expect?
Yeah, I'm curious about that too. Fill us in.
Well, picture this. You're in a comfy, quiet space. The hypnotherapist might guide you through some relaxation techniques. Deep breathing, or maybe progressive muscle relaxation.
I'm already feeling more relaxed. What happens next? Do they start swinging a pocket watch?
Nope, no pocket watches. Once you're relaxed, they might use imagery or storytelling to help you tap into your subconscious.
Okay, so it's not about being knocked unconscious, right? You're still aware.
Yes, you're aware, but in a heightened state of focus. The everyday chatter of your mind kind of quiets down, and you can access those deeper thoughts and feelings.
That sounds a bit like meditation, but with a more specific goal.
Yeah, there are some parallels to meditation, especially in reaching that state of deep relaxation. But in hypnotherapy, that relaxed state is used to facilitate change.
I see. So how does the therapist actually help you, address the specific issues you're struggling with?
Well, there are lots of techniques they can use. It's tailored to your needs and goals. For example, they might use suggestions to help you reframe negative thoughts or create new positive associations.
Oh, like replacing a negative thought with a more positive one?
Exactly. Or they might use visualizations to help you access your inner strengths.
Ooh, I like that. Sounds very empowering.
It is. And the cool thing is, it bypasses that critical analytical part of your mind. It speaks directly to your subconscious, where those deep-seated beliefs are.
So it's getting to the root of the problem, not just addressing the symptoms.
You got it. And speaking of getting to the root, that's a key element of Gwen's specialty, Rapid Transformative Therapy.
Ah, yes, RTT. We touched on it earlier, but I'd love to understand what makes it different from traditional hypnotherapy.
Think of RTT as hypnotherapy on fast forward. It combines hypnosis with psychotherapy and NLP to create rapid and lasting change, sometimes even in a single session.
Wait, a single session? Seriously, how is that even possible?
RTT therapists are trained to zero in on the root cause of an issue, often by taking you back to a specific event that created the limiting belief.
Wow. So no need to spend weeks analyzing your childhood.
Not necessarily. It's about finding that core event, that trigger point. And once that's identified, the therapist can help you reframe those beliefs and create new narratives.
I'm starting to understand why it's called Rapid Transformative Therapy. But what about negative patterns that have been there for years? Can those really be shifted so quickly?
It might seem surprising, but yes. RTT works on the idea that our subconscious is incredibly adaptable. Once we release those old beliefs, our minds naturally move towards positive change.
That's a really hopeful perspective. Like, we all have this innate capacity for healing and growth.
Exactly. We just need the right tools to unlock that potential, and that's what RTT offers. A really powerful and efficient pathway to personal transformation.
Wow. I'm seeing why Gwen's so passionate about this approach. And it fits with her background too, right? Like, working as a nurse and midwife must have given her such a deep understanding of people.
Definitely. She's not just a technician, She's bringing all those years of experience and compassion to her practice.
Okay, we've talked a lot about the theory, but let's bring it back to the listener for a moment. Imagine you had the opportunity to try hypnotherapy. What would you want to address?
Ooh, that's a good question. It's like holding up a mirror to your subconscious, right?
Yeah.
Asking, what's in here that's no longer serving me?
Yeah, it's a great question to think about. What are those beliefs holding us back? It can be kind of scary to really look at that stuff, though.
It can be. It's vulnerable, facing those hidden parts of ourselves. But that's where the real growth happens, I think. When we step outside that comfort zone, challenge those old stories.
You're so right. And I think that's where someone like Gwen can be really helpful. She's got the experience, that compassionate approach.
Absolutely. Plus, she's got expertise in both traditional hypnotherapy and RTT. So she can offer this unique and really empowering approach.
And you don't have to be in Scotland to benefit from it.
Exactly. Thanks to technology, she can work with people all over the world.
So even if you're listening from a busy city or a tiny island, hypnotherapy could be an option for you.
It's amazing how accessible therapy is becoming, breaking down those geographical barriers.
It really opens up a whole world of possibilities. Maybe this deep dive has got you thinking about your own journey,
Maybe. Maybe it sparked a little curiosity, planted a seed to explore a new path.
Maybe you're ready to shed those limiting beliefs and finally really step into your power.
That's a beautiful thought. Whatever your journey is, we encourage you to keep exploring, keep learning.
And if you're interested in learning more about Gwen and her practice, you can find her contact info in the show notes.
She offers a free consultation too, so you can connect with her directly, see if hypnotherapy is right for you.
So whether you're just starting to explore self-discovery or looking for new tools to help you through challenges, remember, you have the power to create positive change.
Believe in yourself. Believe in your ability to heal and transform. Create a life that really reflects your true self,
Beautifully said. Well, that wraps up our deep dive into the world of hypnotherapy with Gwen at Highlands-therapy. We hope you found this exploration insightful and maybe even inspiring. Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep diving deep.